All right, I got a few projects going on today, including this remote start for from 12V.Solutions for my RAM. I've got my refurbished Wolfbox 850 Pro camera that I got for like 80 bucks on Black Friday. I got the hardwire kit to do that as well if I decide to do that. Mud flaps to install a mirror for the Prius that I need to replace. So we're gonna get started on this here. So it's pretty simple to do these remote starts. All you have is two plugs. There's a few steps you have to do to as far as like getting these plugged in according to their video instructions. So I'm gonna do that quicker. There's 17 minutes. Not gonna go as detailed because it doesn't need to be that detailed. So I gotta remove my brake controller because I have to get this here. There's a screw there, there's a screw on that side. This pulls down, a couple clips go in, have to pull this out, put a little connector that they have in here on that. So this goes on the wire for the headlight switch. This goes onto these purple wires that I've already stripped, so I gotta crimp that on, and we'll get started on it. All right, so we got those 7mm screws loosened here, and another one over here. So there's both of those. Save those for later. And then got to pull from the bottom to get that out of the way. You can see all the wires that were installed there. So I'm gonna try and clean that up. So this is from this little ignition module here. You have to pull. Let's see. There's a little clip in here that pulls out. And this is super simple, so I'm going to make sure that these wires are not connected yet here. They will go in there later. And so this will go in here. I'm going to plug this side in. And this is just plugged in line. So you still have your same functions. It just works like it's like the key's actually in place when it's not. So it's telling the controller that you have the key in when it's actually not in there. And the thing I found out with these kits is this is really a directed electronics kit. So this is the DB3. This has little mounts for your zip ties on the sides, zap straps, whatever you want to call them. This is just an inline little wire kit. So you can buy these from 12V.Solutions. You can also, if you can get the wire kits, I don't know if those are sold separately exactly the same way. It's kind of nice and easy on their website just to get what you need, how you need it, add a warranty on, things like that. And if you buy multiple kits, you can get the warranty. It's 70 bucks for one for lifetime warranty, and it's 130 for anything else. So if you have multiple kits that you're buying for like a fleet of vehicles, do that so you get the extra warranty, lifetime warranty on that. These modules on sale were like 130 bucks right now. So I mean, I paid 187 for this kit. Came with the wires. Different wire kits were like 30 bucks and up. So I don't feel too bad just paying a little extra, getting it from an easy website, so I don't have to deal with, am I getting the right stuff? They tell me what I need, they have videos, I'm happy. So let's get this done. So I've got that wire harness installed. I'm gonna pull this panel out. I used my little tool there to do that. And I'm gonna push this out here. So let's push that headlight panel out, and then we're gonna wanna get to one of the wires for the headlight adapter. So on the top one, let's see, from the top there, we're going to want to tap into that black and tan striped wire. So it might be easier to just unplug that. I'm going to crimp that little connector on here, and we'll get this wired up. So I got this wire placed on there, so we're going to crimp that down to get a nice firm connection. Pair of pliers, I got that clamped down so it clips in place, and that's a nice solid connection. Wires are twisted, and we're going to get this inside and then crimp that on. And we got that crimped so it's nice and snug and won't pull off while driving and cause issues. So then we're going to run this wire up here, twist tie it, or zip tie it in so it's in place, and then we're going to finish up the rest of that connection and make sure it's all working. Side panel's back on. Pulled this out just so it goes back in nice and easy. I've got the clip back on. Pop that back in. The red wire's plugged in, and as we insert that blue wire, we're going to hold this button right here, and as that's plugged in, it should turn amber, and then when it turns solid red, we're going to put the key in and just run it to on position without having it turn over. So it is currently amber, it's programming. Solid red, we release, and then we put the key in the ignition, turn it to the run position only. It's flashing green, and while it's flashing green, turn off the key, hit the lock button, and you're programmed. And that's it. Programming is complete. We tested by hitting the lock button 3 times. It's doing the start sequence. Maybe it does have to be shouted in their video. Alright, so maybe a good thing this happened to me. I had an issue where this was flashing red 7 times. I looked up the fix for that. You can look that up. Now that I did their fix, it could be a flashing issue from the factory is one of the things that they mentioned. Now that I've done that, hit the button 3 times, it flashes green. Red with the green flashing as well, so it's an amber color, and now it's green. Truck is started, key's not in it. So we're all done. That took about 20 minutes of my time just to get that done, so outside of watching that video. So nice, quick, and easy. Highly recommend getting one of these kits. Like I showed you, you can try and get that if you can get some of those other parts as well. So this is going to run for 15 minutes. The only way to stop it is hit the brake. Put the key in, turned it off, doesn't do anything because I didn't want to keep it running. So you hit the brake. Since there's no key in it, it shuts off. All right, so just a few minutes later, I got everything all set back up. Everything's back together just like it was new. I did use an Alpha OBD code tool to program these mirrors in here because these have the signals and the puddle lights. So mine doesn't honk when I hit the lock button 3 times. But there we go. I gotta fix that squeaky pulley there. Unlock button opens the door. Nothing happens until you hit the brake and it shuts off. So there's that. Hopefully this helps you out. Have a good one.